This is a classic blues and R&B podcast.
What time of the day do you like to make love? Have you ever made love just before breakfast?
Hello, Mr. Clarence Carter. How are you doing here? Welcome to Classic Blues and R&B. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good for the old man.
Are you still stroking?
Still stopping. You know, I can't stop that because I got to teach it to the younger generation.
Got to let them know what time it is, right?
I got to let them. See, they know this modern stuff, but I got to teach them old school.
Yeah, teach them how to really do it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's going on with you?
Oh, everything has been going pretty good. You know, I've been traveling up and down the road, still doing some shows, you know. I really just have a lot of fun, you know. They always say when you get into work that you enjoy, that you can do it for a long time.
That's right, because you're about my age. I'm about 85. How old are you?
on January the 14th, I'm going to be 77.
Oh, really? Okay. But, yeah, that's one thing about entertainment. It will, keep you very young. There's no question about that. I really
I'm telling you, and then added to it, it's the kind of thing, I guess it doesn't put a lot of stress on you like being in the office or being president of the United States, something like that.
Right.
You ain't got all that stress. You see, you can go here and go there, and whenever you get where you're going, people are ready for you to entertain them, so your job is easy.
Right, you're doing entertainment. That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
So where are you right now?
I'm in a suburb of Atlanta called Decatur, Georgia.
Okay, I've heard of Decatur, yes. So
yeah?
To go on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you.
Well, that's all right. I say you have been to Decatur, huh?
I have been to Atlanta. I think I've been through Decatur, yeah, I think so.
I'm sure you did, because you can't tell when you cross the line. You don't even know signs up there.
Right, yeah.
But, it's pretty nice. It's a good, nice section. I like it here because it stays kind of hot.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know that. I'm a Mississippi boy, so I know what that weather's like down there.
Oh,
yeah.
You from Mississippi?
Yeah, I'm from the great state of Mississippi, Georgia. Alabama's all right. That's our next door neighbor, so y'all all right down there.
Yeah, well, oh, yeah. I was born and raised in Alabama.
Yeah, that's why I say it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you got a new song? I got your song around here. What the hell is it? Don't Bother Me.
Yeah, don't bother me. I put that out last year.
Yeah, people seem to kind of like it around here. They think it's a good song. They call in for it.
Well, that's nice. That's nice. As one disc jockey used to say in Birmingham, that sounds good to my ear hole.
Yeah, it does. It's a good song. I mean, you're still playing the guitar and all that stuff, right?
Oh yeah, I'm still at it. Now a lot of times when I'm recording, I'll play the keyboard.
Okay.
But all the time when I'm doing a show, like we're going to do up there next week, I play guitar.
Yeah, where will you be next week?
We're going to be up there at the Horseshoe Casino.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think I did hear the promo for that. Horseshoe Casino. Okay, yeah. You'll be here next weekend, huh?
Yeah. We're coming up there and try to... I'm more interested in playing the machine than I am singing.
You must have a lot of luck on those machines,
Look, it always makes me feel good when, like, since I don't see when the thing be spinning.
You don't? I thought you did. I think you're trying to fake it out, homie.
No. Mm-mm. But what I do is I wait until it get through spinning. Like when I hear that bell, I know what to do.
Yeah, when you hear all that noise, you know what time it is.
You know what?
Yeah.
And every time I get it happen like that, all of a sudden I got a lot of girls hanging around.
Ooh.
I don't understand that.
So a whole bunch of ladies come up. I say, hey, we ain't Clarence Carter. They call your name, man.
They be calling my name. I guess you think it's because I be the one that jackpot.
I don't know, Clarence. I think you're such a handsome guy, You're a funny guy, So I just think they just like being around you, man.
But anyway, when we get up there, though, I'm gonna do my good singing, but all the while I'm singing, I'll be thinking about which slot machine I'm gonna play.
So that's your new stroke. That's one of your strokes today. Huh?
That's gonna be my stroke of the day.
Yeah, okay. We'll be looking forward to seeing you around here, you know. So that's Saturday night, right?
Yeah, that's next Saturday night. No, next Friday night.
Oh, it's next Friday night.
Yeah, next Friday night.
No, let me give out no bad info. What day it is? You give it out. Where is you going to be and when? You said what day is it?
It's going to be on Saturday, Friday the 16th.
Okay, Friday the 16th.
Yeah, we'll be over. You know, it's right over there in Indiana. You know?
Right. Yeah, I know where it's at.
Y'all don't allow no gambling in Chicago itself. See,
you would come.
Y'all keep.
You would come over here otherwise, right?
I mean, in Chicago itself.
Okay, all right.
I'm just kind of wondering who cooked the better, folks in Chicago or the folks over there in Indiana.
Well, now you got some pretty good cooks here too, you know. So
yeah, I know it.
Yeah, I tell you what, we're gonna play one of your songs. What you want to hear? What you got a song of his over there? What you got? I know we got a couple of CDs. What you got there, darling? My young lady here, Shantavia. What you got for him? Do you have what the hell is it? What did I just tell you today with that thing?
I got Grandpa Can't Fly His Kite.
Oh, you want to play that?
Grandpa Can't Fly His Kite. I like that.
Yeah, I do too. That's a good song. Classic blues and R&B, folks. We got here on the line with us Mr. C.C., and I don't mean C.C. Scott. Mr. Clarence Carter, that is. Here is Grandpa Can't Fly His Kite because Grandma won't do what there, Clarence?
Won't give him no tail.
You know you got to have some tail for that kite to get up.
I went down to the bar to have myself a drink, 'cause Grandpa had given me some news, and I had to think. The bartender said, have a drink of gin, 'cause drinking gin ain't no sin. But I told the bartender that drinking gin won't let your nature bend. Grandpa can't fly his kite, 'cause Grandma won't give him no tail, no. So you see, I got to use what Mother Nature gave me before Father Time takes it away, yeah. The mother rabbit told the father rabbit, she said, sex ain't nothing but a habit. The father rabbit told the mother rabbit, well then, shoot the habit to me, rabbit. The male bee makes love to the queen bee until she cried. And he noticed when he finishes making love, he's surely gonna die. But you see, Grandpa can't fly his kite, 'cause Grandma won't give him no tail, no. So I'm gonna use what Mother Nature gave me before Father Time takes it away, yeah. I told you I got 16 inches, and it's 4 inches thick. And the first day I don't make love, I'll take it gravely sick. I feel sorry for Grandpa, because I know what he wants to do. And that's how come I came over to your house, because I got to make love to you. You see, Grandpa can't fly his kite, 'cause Grandma won't give him no tail, no. That's a shame. So I got to use what Mother Nature gave me before Father Time takes it away, yeah. said, Clarence, you won't last too long if you don't slow down the pace. I said, listen, doctor, good loving ain't no sin. And if that good stuff kill me, then let me go with the green. You see, Grandpa can't fly his kite, 'cause Grandma won't give him no tail. No. So I got to use what Mother Nature gave me before Father Time takes it away. Yeah. One more verse. Grandpa and Grandma were laying in the bed, and Grandpa turned over, and this is what he said. I know my back ain't strong, and my love making won't go very far, he said. But if I can't cut the mustards, then I sure can lick the jar. Grandpa can't fly his kite, 'cause Grandma won't give him no tail. No. So I got to use what Mother Nature gave me before Father Time takes it away. Yeah.
Classic blues and R&B here on AM 1690 WVON. You just heard my man there sound like that's good church music there, Mr. Clarence Carter, talking about what Grandma won't do. How about that, Clarence? Grandma still won't give you nothing to play for your kite? Right here on Classic Blues and R&B. So did Grandmama ever give you that tail, or she just decided not to let you have it?
We finally got it worked out.
Oh, that's very good. I mean, I figured you would. That's a good song, too.
I had to do a lot of fast talking now.
Okay.
I had to do a lot of fast talking, but I finally got it to happen.
And a lot of promising, huh?
Look, in March, I love when March comes, so I can get them kites way up high.
I got you. I know what you mean. You run out there in the field and get it going up, you know.
All you got to do is just put the kite up and start running. You know what
There
I mean?
you go. Yeah, you know how to do it.
Yeah.
Well, tell me this, Clarence. Who wrote that song? I mean, got to check it out. Did you write that song? That's your song?
Yeah, I did. It's in my publishing company also.
That's great. Yeah, it's a great song, and I love it. You know, it's a very good song.
Well, you know, it came off very well. When I first started putting it together, I said, well, now, what all am I going to... And I had to think about it for a little while. And I had put one section of it together, and I was working with a computer.
Okay.
Well, they always tell you when you're working with a computer, you need to save your stuff very
That's
often.
exactly right, yeah.
And I didn't do that. And the lightning came along and knocked the computer off, and I lost it all, and I started over. And that song came after I started over, because what I had written at first was not near as good as that was right there.
That's a good feeling, a soulful feeling on that song. Good blues.
Yeah. Once I did it the second time, it seems like I needed to have lost the first one in the first place.
Okay.
And so I ended up with that right there.
Well, that's a good song, too. Yeah, like I said, it's very good. Where are you recording it? Are you recording in Muscle Shoals, or where about in Alabama? Are you recording in Alabama, or where?
Well, I used to record at Muscle Shoals very well, but all I have to do now, I'm at home, and all I have to do is go downstairs.
Yeah, that's great. You know, there's a lot of home studios today. It sounds good, too, once you get it together and get the right mix on it.
Well, yeah. Well, see, what happens is I learned from some of the older people that used to mix, like Jerry Wexler.
Oh, okay, those old engineers who had to use the big tracks and all that stuff. I got you.
There you go. And, well, believe it or not, I have, with my studio, I still have the 24-track tape machine.
All right. And they still work, right?
But I can operate it, but most of the time I do it in the computer.
Okay, yeah.
I'll take some of the analog stuff I used to do on the big tape machine.
Right.
I run that to the computer, and then I go from there.
Now, are you your own engineer on a lot of your stuff, or do you do a lot of the? Okay, yeah.
I do the engineering. Quite often though, I do bring other musicians in. That
right.
Because some things I want to hear that I can't play.
Right.
So
I got you.
I have the idea, but I can't really play what I be wanting to hear.
Right on. But tell me.
So I bring.
Go right on. I'm sorry to step in. Go right on.
No, I was just saying, when I know I can't play it the way I hear it, then I get somebody else to come in and do it.
Right. But tell me this: if God gave you and Ray Charles and Jose Feliciano and Stevie Wonder, why he give y'all so much sense?
Well, I don't think it is as much as sense, but it's probably though. If you were to hear a window pane break,
right.
the first thing you would do would look out the window to see what happened.
Right.
Well, see, with me and Stevie and Ray and all of us, what we do is when we hear something break, then we listen to find out what was that.
Okay.
So as a result, we get a fuller. The only way I can explain it, we get a detailed a vision in your head as to what you just heard.
Okay.
And as a result, see, when you do the music, I know they make a lot of music visual now because they be dancing and doing.
Right.
But I always listen to, even when I listen to, people competing against each other with songs. Naturally, I don't see them dancing, so that doesn't impress me.
Mm-hmm.
What impresses me is how well did they deliver that song.
Right.
So I'm a little bit more detailed on the audio side than I am on the visual side.
Yeah. You say, I noticed that you guys, and most of the time, many people that I know that don't have their visual sight, is that they're very funny people. You don't take it, and it's not a handicap for you.
No.
You just move right through, because I grew up with a guy. Also, his name is Sam out of Jackson. He was a blues. He would say things like, "Hey, Henry Cheatham, I'm going to get over there tonight, and I'm going to drive," because he did have a car. He said, "I'm going to drive my car." "Well, how you going to do that?" He said, "I'm going to put my stick right down that white line." He would, all kind of stuff,
But like what I'm one of those person who, I don't know whether it was fortunate or unfortunate, but you see, by the time I knew what the world was, I couldn't see. So as a result, everything I learned while I could not see. It wasn't like, I think that's an advantage than getting older and then lose your sight, because then you got to learn things all over.
Right. How old were you when you lost? How old were you when were you born with it?
No, I was born with it. See. So as a result, everything I learned, I learned it not being able to see.
I got you.
So as I think that made me pay more attention to, like if I use a toothbrush, I've got to put that toothbrush back where it belongs. I can't just put it anywhere. Because next time I need it, I'm not going to know where it is.
Right.
So you learn to be precise. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the thing you have to teach your wife once you get a wife. Because she ain't been that precise in her life, so you got to teach her how to do that.
Right on. Now, how old were you when you learned to play music? How old were you, and how did that come about?
Well, my mother bought me a guitar when I was about 11 years old, and I learned to, different people would come to my house and play it, and when they would leave, then I just leave it the way they left it, and I tried to play what I heard them play. And as a result, a lot of things I do on guitar is not theory. It's not the music theory, the proper way of doing it, but it's the way I do it.
Right.
Because when I got ready to learn to play a guitar, I didn't have anybody to teach me.
Okay.
So I just learned to play what I heard. Whatever I hear, I can just play it.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good, Well, tell the people where you're going to be at again this weekend, coming up next weekend.
Well, come next weekend on Friday. We're going to be over there at the Horseshoe Casino over there in Indiana. And where it's going to be me and I think they got Willie Clayton, I believe it is, and I believe they got Millie Jackson and I think they got some more different people that I don't even know who's all on the show. I know I'm going to be there.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? What do you think about some of the young musicians today? The blues musician like Donnie Ray and guys like that.
Well, I think they're coming on with some pretty good things, and I like the way they do, even though they may do it just a little bit differently, but they do copy a lot of the ideas that we brought along way back, in the 60s and 50s and all that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, that's good. Good to know. I'm glad that you give them your approval. Once you get approval from guys like you, hey, that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna add their kind of thing to it, which will hopefully move on down to other generations.
Yeah.
But I think during the time when I came along, things that we created, me, Otis Redding, Jimmy Reed, Bobby Bland, all of us. The things that we contributed, the younger people, they do capture it when they're going to play the kind of blues, like we used to do. Now it's not going to go down when you hear the rap stuff. It's they didn't get it.
Yeah, some of the, I have a lot of young people working on the show from time doing the show, right? And they talk about it. They say our stuff is more raunchier than theirs. They get to listen to it. What y'all talk about our stuff, but they get to hear things like stroking it. I want to knock the dust off of it by OB and stuff like that,
Yeah, but I think we had a little bit more sophisticated way of
it was class, right? That's
it was class.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We because like if you've got a bunch of like even when I do stroking or I do grandpa, when I'm playing to real young people, I have a way of conveying it without saying it.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very raw with theirs. That's basically what the big difference is.
Yeah. They just whatever it is, they just gonna say it.
That's right. They don't know how to color it or put it in another way. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, Clarence Carter, I want to thank you for being a guest here on Classic Blues and R&B. We enjoyed having you.
I enjoyed being here, and hopefully I get a chance to see you when I get up there.
Okay, that'll be good. And anytime you want to call in here or get in touch with us, don't forget to drop your music off at us. We want anything that Clarence Carter is putting out, as long as it's not X-rated Clarence. You got to have it good for radio Clarence.
No, I'm gonna have it CC rated.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you take good care of yourself and look forward to seeing you next week here in the Chicagoland area.
Well, I thank you, and it was good talking to you.
All right, man. God bless and keep you, my man.
All right.
All right. Thanks for joining our podcast here on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to us at HenryCB6175. Follow us on Twitter at WVON Henry, and like our Facebook page at Classic Blues and RB.